Ollie and the Sleepy Squirrel. Ollie was a little boy who loved bedtime, usually. But on this particular night, no matter how many times he turned over, fluffed his pillow, or hugged his stuffed giraffe, he just couldn't fall asleep. He blinked up at the ceiling. He listened to the hush of the house. He even tried counting how many stars might be outside his window. Still, no sleep. Just as Ollie was about to sigh one more time, he heard something outside. Chitter-chatter. Tap-tap. Rustle. He tiptoed over to the window and peeked out. There, sitting on the windowsill beneath the moonlight, was a small, fluffy squirrel with a very big tail. The squirrel was spinning in circles, trying to wrap his tail around himself like a blanket, but it just kept slipping off. "Hello," Ollie whispered. "Are you okay?" The squirrel looked up, startled at first. Then he sighed. "I'm trying to tuck in my tail, but it's being extra fluffy tonight," he said with a tiny yawn. "And I can't sleep without it curled just right." Ollie opened the window gently. "I can help," he offered. With careful hands, Ollie helped the squirrel nestle into a cozy ball. He tucked the big tail over like a soft quilt and patted it gently. "There," said Ollie. "All snug." The squirrel smiled sleepily. "Thank you, Ollie. Would you like to hear a bedtime story? I know a good one about the Forest of Dreams." Ollie nodded and leaned on the windowsill. The squirrel's voice was soft and whispery, like leaves brushing against the ground. He spoke of tall trees that grew pillows instead of pine cones, of rivers made from melted starlight, and of animals who snored gently in hammocks made of moss. He told of dreambirds that sang lullabies no one ever remembered in the morning, but that always left your heart warm and light. Ollie's eyes blinked slower and slower, his head resting against his arm as the squirrel's words floated around him like feathers. By the time the story ended, Ollie was already fast asleep, a tiny smile on his lips. And just outside the window, the sleepy squirrel curled even tighter, his tail finally just right. Under the same moon, they both drifted into dreams, one of forests and stars, the other of quiet windows and kind friends. The Dream Backpack. Milo packed his dream backpack every night. Inside went a smile, a giggle, a favorite memory, and a big hug from Dad. Then he zipped it shut, closed his eyes, and floated into sleep with everything he needed. His dreams always started with, "Let's go." Sometimes he hiked up cotton candy mountains with his stuffed bear. Other nights, he sailed across glittery seas made of starlight and syrup. He met cloud kittens, moon mice, and once even shared cookies with a giggling comet. If a dream turned dark, he just reached into his backpack for a flashlight made of laughter. It always lit the way. By morning, Milo would stretch and smile, backpack still in hand. Ready to pack it again that night, with one more hug, and one more memory.